Every story you'll hear here is real, told by the very people who live through it. Encounters with creatures, spirits, and mysteries that most will never believe until they see it themselves. The actual names of the people in the story have been altered to protect the identities of those involved. The countryside school sat abandoned during vacation, its wooden walls creaking under the weight of the sweltering summer air. Dust clung to the windows, and the empty corridors seemed to breathe with silence. To 4 boys, classmates and close friends, this silence was an invitation. The school was their playground, and the night was their cover. The boys were inseparable. They lived in houses scattered along the dirt roads near the school. Each night after dinner, they gathered barefoot and restless, their laughter echoing through the fields. Tonight, under the glow of a full moon, they dared each other to play hide and seek inside the deserted school grounds. The rusted school gate groaned as they pushed it open. The playground was bathed in silver light, shadows stretching long and crooked. The flagpole shimmered, and the giant acacia tree loomed over the grounds, its roots like sleeping serpents. Beyond it, the old comfort room stood in silence, its doorway dark as a cave. One boy leaned against the classroom wall, hands covering his eyes as he began to count. His voice rang through the night. Isa, Dalawa, Tatlo. The others scattered, hiding behind broken desks, behind the flagpole, and near the acacia tree. The game was on. As the seeker lowered his hands, he froze. Something darted across the open field. It was not one of his friends. It was tall, unnaturally tall, and it moved too fast, its shape swallowed by the moonlight. His chest tightened. Hidden in their spots, the other boys also caught glimpses of it, a blur of darkness cutting across the field, too big for a man, too swift for a stray dog. One of the boys bit his lip to stop himself from screaming. After a few moments, they laughed nervously when they regrouped. Bakatao lang yon, one of them whispered. They forced themselves to believe it was just a passerby. Their laughter was brittle, trembling at the edges. Still, they chose to continue the game. Minutes later, the figure emerged again. This time, it did not hide. From beneath the massive acacia tree, it stepped into the clearing. The moon carved out its full form, long legs bent like a horse's, a hunched body covered in coarse dark hair, and a head elongated like a stallion twisted into nightmare. Its glowing eyes scanned the field. Its mane shimmered faintly under the moonlight, and the boys could hear the faint clatter of hooves against the hard ground. It was no man, no animal. It was the creature their elders had warned them about, a Tikbalang. With terrifying speed, the creature galloped across the schoolyard. Its hooves struck the ground without leaving a single mark. The boys watched, petrified, as it thundered toward the comfort room. The sound of its movements rattled their bones, even though the air was still. The 4 friends could not scream, they could not move. Their eyes stayed fixed on the towering shadow as it disappeared into the comfort room's black doorway. The silence that followed was worse than the noise. When their bodies finally responded, the boys bolted. Barefoot, they ran across the dusty road, gasping for breath, their legs weak with terror. Not a word was spoken. They only knew they had to get home, to get away. The next morning they gathered again. Their faces were pale, their eyes heavy from a sleepless night. One by one, they whispered what they saw. Each detail matched: the acacia tree, the monstrous horse-like head, the glowing eyes, the comfort room. None of it was a dream. From then on, the school at night was cursed ground. The acacia tree, once a favorite hiding spot, now stood as a marker of fear. The comfort room was avoided, even in daylight, and the game of hide and seek ended forever. Because they now knew some stories are not just stories. The Tikbalang waits for the careless, especially under the full moon.